Spring and Chief Legal Analyst Dan Abrams, former FBI agent Mary Ellen O'Toole. And Dan, there's no confirmation yet, but there are a lot of indications this is Brian Laundrie.
Right. I mean, you have to believe that whatever remains these are almost certainly connected to this case. I mean, they're found right next to the notebook and the backpack. And the FBI tends to be very careful in what they say in a high-profile case like this. For them to say apparent human remains means they're convinced that these are human remains. And if there are human remains found right there, a couple miles away from where his car was, right in the area where his parents said that he might have been, and his backpack and notebook are there, you know, without going down conspiracy rabbit holes, you have to believe that that is the remains of Brian Laundrie.
But Mary Ellen, how long will it take to ID the remains, and what other information can they get from those remains?
It's going to depend on how, in what shape those remains are in, and so that could take a number of days. And first of all, they want to determine if that's in fact Brian, but they also want to determine the manner of death, which means is it homicide, suicide, accidental, natural, undetermined. So those are the two prominent pieces of information they'll want to obtain.
Dan, let's talk about the parents.
Yeah.
All right. For more than a month, authorities are searching, coming up empty. They decide to go search, and within 30 minutes, the discovery is made.
It is bizarre. You know, the timeline here, you know, it's tough to reconcile because of that. The body is found, or what appear to be the remains are found in the exact area that the parents had said that Brian Laundrie could be. There had been previously a cadaver dog that had been out basically in this area. Cadaver dogs can detect human remains underwater. One of the arguments here is that this was covered with water, and that very well may be the answer. And maybe they didn't search in this exact, precise area. But it is so coincidental that the parents say that, oh, well, we decided to go out there because now the park was open to the public. They go out that morning. They say that the police meet them. And it's interesting, if you listen to what their lawyer's saying, it wasn't that the parents were there with the police. The parents went there. The police met them there. But according to their lawyer, the police weren't actually with them when they find the remains or the items themselves. So there is no doubt there are still a ton of questions about exactly how this happened, when this happened, and why this happened now.
And Mary Ellen, that backpack and notebook could provide some of the answers.
It could. It really is going to depend, though, and the first thing that they're going to do is to determine if that evidence has been out there for basically the same length of time as the remains. Theoretically, that should be the case, but depending on what's in that notebook, that really has to be considered, because if Brian did put information in that notebook, it has to be considered self-reported information, which means it could be very self-serving if he talks about Gabby and what happened. So they'll have to review that very carefully and determine the forensic value of it.
Mary Ellen, thank you very much for your insight. Dan, thank you as well. We'll see where the investigation goes from here. Yeah. Thank you both. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.